What's going on, everybody? Dwayne Goodman here. I got a really quick Bible lesson called Emotional Healing in the Lord. Now, we have a lot of things that make us happy and we think it's going to last a long time, but the only thing that's going to have substance is with the Lord. So, I know I did this for my Bible study, and this is about 30 minutes long, but I'm going to try to cut it really quick in about a couple minutes, all right? So, first scripture is Matthew 11, verses 28 through 30. And that says, "Come to me, all who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you and learn from me, for I am gentle and humble in heart, and you will find rest for your souls, for my yoke is easy and my burden is light." See, a lot of times when we try to dive into our lives and dive into things that make us happy, right, it's predicated on the great stuff, right? Because when those things then don't do the best, we are then affected by our mood and everything is lopsided, right? For myself, when I try to make other people happy and make other people feel loved, it's great. But when people don't reciprocate it back or they don't appreciate it, then my mood is down, right? So there's a lot of things in our lives that's predicated on it being good and to our own accord, what's going to make us happy. But when we look at what the Lord's trying to do for us, He's trying to make life easier for us. See, we're making life hard when we're trying to do everything by ourselves. But when we say, all right, Lord, I want to give you everything that I have right now because I can't do it myself, then we start to understand why the things are shaping what's going on, right? And now in your life, you may say, there is no way I can overcome all this stuff, right? It's too much for me. I got something for you. 1 Corinthians chapter 10, verse 13 says, "No temptation has overtaken you except such as common to man. But God is faithful, who will not allow you to be tempted beyond what you are able, but with the temptation will also make the way of escape that you may be able to bear it." See, in this scripture alone, it talks about how the Lord's not going to give you anything you can't handle. And everything that He's giving you that look like a roadblock, there is an escape to overcome it. Okay? Because everything that's happening in your life is dedicated to you growing a bigger relationship in the Lord. Right? Now, I like to call this little analogy God Airways. So in order to get on God Airways, you can't have heavy baggage to take into account, right? When you're going into the airport, right, you can't have anything overweight, right, or things that's going to be harmful to your ride. Because if you do, you're going to get hit with fees. You're going to get hit with a halt in your travel. You're going to get so many things you can't get on that flight. Now think about life right now. Now, there's things you can partake in and you can be distracted and there's things that you can have that be your happiness, right? But it's never going to heal you. See, the purpose of emotional healing in the Lord is you have to drop the things that's holding you back from your relationship with God and your happiness, your true happiness. Because we all know the things that the world can provide or what other people can provide is short-lived. And it's not going to be substantial for you to even have a long, fulfilled life. But when you have a God-filled life and you have everything intentionally going toward the Lord, that's when you can start seeing healing. That's when you can start seeing blessings. That's when you can start traveling on God Airways and start seeing what the Lord is doing for you in your life. But there's no way you can see it if you don't allow the Lord to bear the weight of all of the things that you're carrying. See, no baggage is good if it's not with the Lord, right? If it's not having the source of it being with the Lord, then there's no way you can be healed. There's no way that you can actually travel at the right speed that you should be traveling at. So starting today and no matter throughout your life, have the Lord be in the center of everything. Have an intentional thing, no matter what it is. If you better make a decision, have it be intentionally toward the Lord. If you want to heal, understand that you have to give it to the Lord. So if that situation takes a long time for you to heal from, understand that the Lord has to be in every single step, right? Forgiveness, understanding, and loving, right? All these things are intentionally through the Lord when you're doing it for the Lord. And when you do that, that's when you start to see a lot more blessings be shaped in your life. I love you. Thank you so much. And I'll catch you guys later.